Good evening, Tigers. Welcome to our Class of 2020 graduation.
We are very excited to stand before you as co-presidents of the GO and to kick off this ceremony on the behalf of our school community.
We want to begin this special evening with a special welcome to those who helped us reach this point. Welcome, Mayor Roach. Thank you for keeping our city running smoothly. Welcome, Dr. Ricca. Your countless tweets keep us spirited and fired up through the toughest of times. We are all #WP proud. Welcome, Principal Doherty, who makes such a wonderful, structured learning environment.
Welcome all our teachers, guidance counselors, and staff for making White Plains High School our home away from home. Welcome parents who supported us along this way. And welcome the class of 2020, which has worked so hard for many years to get here today. As a class and school, we have achieved so much in our city.
Together, we are a community, but we are also a family.
Today marks the official end of our high school career and the beginning of our transition into the real world. Although we are able to embark on separate journeys, know that we are capable of great things because of the people we've become and the experiences we've had together. Know that we will be strong together and that we will always have a community together as a White Plains Tiger.
People say high school is what you make it. Life is what you make it as well. Take your chances. Experiment, love it, and live it to the fullest. Together, we are White Plains proud, Dubset and Tigers forever. After all our hard work, we finally made it. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
And now we present to you our national anthem.
Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight?
Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
And the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air,
gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
And the home of the brave.
Superintendent Ricca, Mrs. Eller, and Board of Education trustees, Mayor Roach and members of the White Plains Common Council, parents, grandparents, friends and families, faculty and staff, thank you for joining us in this virtual celebration of our graduates. Class of 2020, I believe each of us ought to leave behind more than we take away with us. And so I want to tell you how much of yourselves you will leave with each of us. I have watched you grow and mature. Take responsibility for yourselves and for your friends. In these past months, you've demonstrated such perseverance and extraordinary empathy for those whose lives have been so deeply affected by the pandemic we are all faced with. And you've learned so many things in the past 4 years, from chemistry to aquatics, from world history to culinary arts, from math to Mozart. But most impressive of all is that you've learned how to be a part of a community and still be yourselves. How to make sense of people who think differently than you do, how to accept that your neighbor is worthy of the same kindness and respect that you are, how to make room at the table for those who are hungry, to see yourselves in others, to feel for those around you, and to act with kindness and generosity on behalf of others. Most of the world is not as good at this as you are. Most of the world could learn a great deal from you. You've learned to handle disappointment, compromise, and success with equal grace and goodwill. You played on scholar athlete teams, had the lead in the musical, or maybe you were in the chorus or part of the stage crew. You played music. You sang for us and for each other. You wrote poetry and prose. You made art that hung in museums and galleries. You earned high praise for your academic achievements. You devoted many hours to community service projects at hospitals, retirement homes, and food pantries, and as tutors in our school. You cheered your friends' successes and stood by them in their sorrow. You worked hard and you played your hearts out. And now you will attend colleges and universities across the nation. You will serve in the armed forces. You will go to work. You will begin to add states, countries, and continents to your map of the world. You will fill your heads full of music you haven't heard yet, and images of yourself with new friends will fill Instagram. Your whole world will be bigger, bright, and new. And it will be built on this foundation of afternoons on Laux Field, evenings on the stage in the auditorium, mornings milling about in the C hallway, waiting to be shooed to class, and later back in student parking at the end of the day with your friends and the whole afternoon ahead of you. And now, here you are, with your whole life ahead of you. So remember this. You have made your teachers proud. You have made your coaches proud. You have made your families proud. You have made me proud. We are better for knowing you, and the world is lucky to have you. Be safe and be kind. Be strong and speak your mind. Make the world a better place. Good luck to each of you. I'm really going to miss you.
There is a lot to reflect on about our 4-year journey as high schoolers. Being and working with the students and staff members of White Plains High School transformed who we are in so many ways, and I'm immensely proud of that. Learning from teachers who are passionate about their subjects and passionate about study for its own sake was incredible for us as well. But education, in its wide and powerful scope, made us philosophers. That is the impact it aims to have on each one of us, besides simply establishing a base of knowledge necessary for us to function as citizens of the world. At face value, it seems like school only taught us how to write an essay or solve an equation, but we walked out with much more. We learned how to make friends, how to think, how to solve problems. We even learned how to learn. School taught us how to think. Our experiences, the things we learned or didn't learn, the conversations we had with classmates in the halls, and perspectives we heard in class all educated us in unique ways. Yes, the knowledge you have molds the way you think about things, but I mean thinking in another sense. At its best, school taught us to analyze, to examine, to ask questions when we were curious and figure out the answers. Sometimes the classes we disliked most were the most ambiguous, like English lessons about authors from hundreds of years ago in what sounded like another language. At first, it seemed like our tasks in those classes were unclear or useless, but it is these looking back that I am most grateful for. They forced us to think for ourselves, to come up with answers of our own, however flawed they looked. How did JFK's anaphora in a speech 60 years ago matter? Then I realized that we would soon be writing speeches of our own, leading people no matter where we ended up. Maybe we were walking away with a lesson. Even though school seemed mechanical, underneath it all there was something greater. At times school felt like plugging into an equation. You put in the variables asked for, and you got out a result. But sometimes we were made to figure out the equation for ourselves, because everyone knows life doesn't give you an answer key. And even when we weren't asked a question, simply offered a perspective or taught an event, it prompted us to think. Why did it go down that way? How does that affect us? One time I walked out of a physics class with a friend, and we got into an incredible conversation about government, trying to figure out the effect it could and should have on the socioeconomic distribution of a neighborhood. Did Newton's laws of gravitation relate to modern politics? Not in a million years, but maybe it was considering the scientific method that made us want to figure out the workings of society so intricately. School for each of us gave that friend we could talk to about anything, that conversation that blew our minds, that interaction that changed how we looked at things. For some of us, it was on the field that we learned what it meant to be there for each other, to make decisions, and to work towards a common goal. Playing sports for WPHS meant learning from coaches wise beyond their years, developing bonds with teammates that would last a lifetime, and, for the lucky ones, winning leagues or meets or games. Being part of a team forced us to step into each other's shoes, to work hard in practice and give everything we had in games, and to throw parties to celebrate the year's success. And even if we weren't playing sports for the school, playing with friends on our own time made us competitive and organized, and simply taught us how to have fun without putting it all on the line. Our class was especially talented at finding new ways to have fun. There have been moments for us that were really special in terms of enjoying ourselves. The Banger and Student was so well organized that it brought the whole class together for an event that was wildly engaging and symbolic of being seniors. Spirit days from freshman to senior year were excuses for friend groups to have extra fun in school. Pep rallies brought athletes out and the school together in Dubset pride. And Powder Puff football was just another way to illustrate how much better the class of 2020 is than any other, especially 2021. Our grade is missing out on a prom and in-person graduation this year. It's a disappointment for all of us. But we have to use these obstacles as a way to make us better. I've had the chance to read a book over quarantine, something I challenge everyone to do. Reconnect with your family before you go off to college. Go on a walk with your siblings and tell them your favorite stories from high school. I'm sure there are plenty. Do things you wouldn't have the chance to do during the year. Stay up late watching a movie that makes you think. Explore hobbies that could determine where you end up in life. Learn an instrument. Think back to your favorite memory from all of high school and write it down. Make it into a story that is permanent so that you can look back on it years from now. This pandemic won't define our high school careers. We've already been defined by how we spent the last 12 years of our education and how we choose to react to the events around us. It is up to us now to decide who we are and look back on who we have been. Education isn't something that stops after high school, even if you go to college or trade school, the military, or the workforce. Einstein said that education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. And he was a smart guy, so I'll trust him. I hope what remains for all of you after our experience in school is something valuable. And if you're not satisfied yet with what it is, go out and learn something new while we still have the chance.
Keep me fully glad. Keep me fully glad. Keep me fully glad. Keep me glad. We will take the blue sky by storm. We will take the blue sky. Laughters fly, laughters fly, laughters fly, laughters fly, laughters fly, floating in the air, floating in the air, floating in the air. Laughters, laughters fly. keep me fully glad. Keep me fully glad. Keep me fully glad. With nothing. Only take my
Dear Class of 2020, hi, my name is Lily. You've probably seen me lugging around my giant backpack and trays of brownies, crashing into people in a building. Like how you've seen my awkward mess, I've also seen you. I've seen you accomplish amazing feats, from making YouTube videos the whole school is watching, winning games left and right on the field, and creating clubs to raise money for Crohn's and colitis in schools in Guatemala. I'm amazed at what you have been able to accomplish by putting your mind and heart towards a goal. Every day, I continue to learn from you. I have learned from you how to show the most tiger pride in the student section at football games and how to stealthily sell grilled cheese sandwiches in the pool hallway. Even though we are apart, my heart smiles every time I reminisce back to those moments. I reminisce back to when we were the first group to enter the entirely 6th grade Eastview, when we were little cubs trying to navigate this new jungle in front of us. We came together that year as one grade. I even go back to the day when we were forced outside into the sweltering sun, anxiously awaiting news that everything was going to be okay. Even when we were scared and dying of heat exhaustion, we leaned on each other for support. When we were in a lockdown because of an alarm malfunction, we crowded together in the corners of our classroom, reaching out to one another for news, reassurance, and a laugh, courtesy of White Plains meme. Thank you, Class of 2020, for all that you have given me these past few months and countless years before that. Thank you for your courage and your resilience. Even now, you continue to write moving letters advocating for us to be together again and uplift our spirits during these tough times. It has been my honor to stand beside you and have the unique distinction to watch you grow and mature. For all that you've given me, please allow me to give these few hopes to you. I hope you achieve success. I hope you find your happiness. And I hope you remember. I hope you achieve success the way you define it. Your success may be being the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, creating your artistic masterpiece, taking over your family's business, serving your country, or raising a family. Don't let anyone define success for you. Success isn't a fixed pillar for you to cower behind. It is in your hands. It is in your hands to shape, work at, and achieve. I hope you find your happiness. I thought I was happy in my little bubble of books and tests until I met you. You showed me happiness in parties and students, laughing with friends in the hallway, and lots of Dunkin'. You taught me that happiness can exist everywhere if you open yourself to receive it. I hope you go out into the world and spread your happiness to others and receive back that happiness in turn. Lastly, I hope you remember the wonderful community you come from. Our community is out there right now, running food pantries and raising money to fight COVID-19. Our community are the brave doctors, nurses, and staff members at the White Plains Hospital, the incredible sanitation workers, dedicated Croce personnel, and the wonderful letter carriers and post office staff. Our community are our amazing teachers who have shown up to our senior events just to see us and support us. Our community are those who are guiding us from above, like Mr. Borrego. We will always keep those we love in our hearts and continue on together. We have so many people who love us and care about us, which makes us capable of incredible feats. I can't wait to see where we go next and continue to be inspired by you, Class of 2020. Sincerely, Lily.
Good evening and congratulations to the White Plains High School Class of 2020. From our first day as students in the White Plains School District, we were welcomed into a community ready to guide us to be the best version of ourselves.
The Class of 2020 has been extraordinary from the start. Through victory and triumph, through disappointment and loss, through nerves and excitement, we've been there for one another. We're strong, resilient, intelligent, and our spirit radiates through. An entire community worked to shape us into who we are now and who we are yet to be.
On behalf of the Class of 2020, we would like to thank our teachers who have supported us through every step of our journey, both as students and as people, to ensure that we are ready to conquer the world around us. Thank you to our guidance counselors and administration for listening, supporting, and helping us to achieve anything we set our mind to. Thank you to our coaches for teaching us respect, teamwork, and how to dream big. You believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. We would also like to thank our class advisors, Ms. Morris, Ms. Lomedico, and Ms. Fahey for dedicating endless hours to our class.
Of course, we wouldn't be who we are without our loving families. They raised us, made sacrifices for us, and never stopped believing in all they knew we could achieve. So thank you to our parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and more. And to our friends, whether we met in first grade, played the same sport in middle school, created music together, or met only junior year in science class, we made memories that will last a lifetime. Through the hardest of times and the best of times, thank you for making high school such an incredible experience. Thank you to everyone who knew we'd be extraordinary. Class of 2020 will go down in history.
Hello, I'm Rosemary Eller, President of the White Plains Board of Education. On behalf of the Board of Education, we are honored to share this special milestone in your educational life. It just doesn't seem that long ago when you were toddling off to preschool and starting kindergarten. Many of us remember when some of you were born. And not too long ago, we congratulated you as you moved up from the middle school. The COVID pandemic paused our lives in ways that we could have never imagined. However, this class found ways to persevere and do things that inspired and motivated others. You volunteered in the community, shared your musical talents, and tutored other students while completing your studies. This class was unstoppable. You navigated this new normal in a way that gives us hope that our world will be a better place because of what you will contribute. Class of 2020, we salute you. You have always been leaders. Continue to be a leader in whatever you choose to do. Use your voice to advocate for what is right and have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Know what you want and go after it. Know who you are and own it. Learn from your mistakes and from the mistakes of others, as mistakes are often our best teachers. I am so very excited for the opportunities that await you. Whether you are continuing your education, starting your work career, or perhaps military service, remember that life is full of opportunities. The future may seem uncertain, but we are certain of one thing on this day, that you will change the world. In closing, to all families and friends, I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to educate your children. I'd also like to thank all district staff, all of the staff, because I know you went above and beyond to prepare our students for this special celebration. Students, we have educated and inspired you, and you have inspired us. We nurtured your dreams, you continually learned, you think critically, you are ready to pursue your aspirations, and we are confident that you will contribute to this diverse and dynamic world. Graduates, on behalf of the White Plains Board of Education, we wish you good luck and hope that you will come and visit us and let us know how you are doing. Congratulations to the dynamic class of 2020. Thank you.
Woke up staring at this empty room. You see, I had this crazy dream last night. This man, he talked to me.
He told me everything that's good and bad about my history.
He said that you are the future. He said that you are the future. The future looks good. The future looks good.
Anyone and everyone who makes you feel like this, because you know everybody else tonight. But honey, I won't see you instead of I swear that you are the future. I swear that you care what your mother take away.
Dr. Ricca and members of the Board of Education, I certify that the students receiving diplomas today have successfully completed the prescribed course requirements and are entitled to graduate from White Plains High School.
Thank you, Principal Doherty. Wow, it's graduation. What an amazing time in your life. Congratulations, class of 2020. And of course, to all the parents, guardians, friends, and loved ones sharing this special moment in support and celebration of these outstanding young men and women, thank you as well. As your superintendent of schools, I could not be more proud of you. Enjoy this celebration and take pride in a job well done. This has been a challenging year. However, I will not dwell on the negative aspects of the challenges we face during a period of global emergency. Rather, I'm going to focus on your collective strength and your courage and your commitment that each of you represent. Without a doubt, it's challenge and adversity that help shape our resolve and our tenacity. You, more than many generations, have developed those characteristics. You stand ready to lead us forward, to answer the questions and offer the innovations that will move our society toward a more loving, equitable, and collaborative manner than ever before in recorded human history. I'm excited for your entry into the greater world, as I know you'll brighten it tremendously. On a personal note, I wish you all the best for a future full of good health, much happiness, and success. As you move forward, I offer you the same challenge that I offer all of our graduates. Whether to college, service, or career, never forget what it means to be a Tiger. Never forget what it means to graduate from White Plains High School, and above all, never forget that you have the ability and the responsibility to work to make this world a better place. Please, each day, make a conscious effort to do what you can to help and to serve others. I know that you're not perfect. None of us are. Still, if you work every day to do good and to help, you will end up putting much more love into this world rather than less. And we need that love. God bless you all right now, and good luck. Now the important part. I, Joseph Ricca, Superintendent of the White Plains City School District, declare that these students from the graduating class of 2020 have met all of the requirements of the state of New York and the White Plains City School District for graduation. And so, by the power vested in me by the Board of Education of the White Plains City School District, the New York State Board of Regents, and the Commissioner of Education, I hereby declare them graduates. Congratulations, Tigers. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, White Plains Class of 2020. A special greeting from the Science and Engineering Department.
Felicidades, clase de White Plains de 2020. Un saludo especial del Departamento de Ciencias e Ingeniería. Esperamos que encuentren éxito y felicidad de los esfuerzos de su vida.
We miss you. Goodbye and take care.
Los extrañamos. Hasta pronto. Cuídense mucho.
Congratulations from the World Language and ENL Department. We wish you all the best.
Félicitations et bonne chance.
Bravi ragazzi, ce l'avete fatta.
Vi auguriamo tante belle cose.
祝贺大家，我爱你们。
Felicitaciones, les deseamos lo mejor.
En esta etapa nueva de sus vidas.
Congratulations, seniors. You are our heroes. Hey.
Yay, class of 2020.
We're so proud of you.
We wish you the best.
And remember, not all math puns are terrible.
Just some.
Keep it real, Tigers.
There are this many types of people in the world.
Those that understand binary math,
and those who don't.
White Plains High School seniors are 3 standard deviations above the mean.
The probability of success in your lives is 1. When it comes to your future, the limit does not exist.
Congratulations, class of
Congratulations,
2020.
class of 2020.
Your secant to none.
White Plains High School class of 2020, your English department is so proud of every one of you.
We'd like to offer a few words of encouragement from the great poet Langston Hughes.
Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die.
Life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly.
Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams go.
Life is a barren field, frozen with snow.
Good luck in pursuing your dreams, class of 2020.
Congratulations!
For the class of 2020, congratulations from the Physical Education and Health Department.
We're going to miss you and have a happy and healthy summer.
We are proud of all you've achieved these past 4 years.
Bye, everyone. Congratulations.
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 The White Plains High School Fine Arts Department sends its congratulations to our 2020 graduates, and we want to remind you to always
sing your heart out,
construct a new future,
make music with others,
create your own reality,
Capture the quiet moments,
fill the world with music, color outside the lines,
draw your vision, look for beauty all around,
orchestrate your community,
follow your heart,
fill your heart with music,
pursue your artistic passion with relentless energy,
and dance like nobody's watching.
Congratulations.
School and High School,
from the Business Department Middle School and High School,
and from Instructional Technology. Congratulations,
class of
2020.
Woo!
Congratulations, class of 2020.
It has been a wonderful 4 years watching you grow into the adult you've become.
We are so proud of all that you have accomplished.
You are all so talented, and we can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Please stay in touch and come back to visit.
In whatever your next adventure is, best wishes and good luck.
A la clase de 2020. Estamos muy orgullosos de todo lo que han logrado durante sus estudios en White Plains High School. Hay mucho que celebrar.
Están determinados a hacer cosas maravillosas y tener un impacto positivo en nuestro mundo. Han hecho de White Plains High School un lugar mejor. Los extrañaremos y les deseamos muchos éxitos mientras cumplan sus sueños.
To the class of 2020, we are all so proud of all that you have accomplished during your time at White Plains High School.
There is much to celebrate.
You are destined to do wonderful things.
And to make a positive impact in our world.
You have made White Plains High School a better place.
We will miss you and wish you much happiness as you pursue your next endeavor.
Congratulations!
Felicidades!
Felicidades!
Clase 2020, felicitaciones por sus logros académicos.
A pesar de las adversidades que se presentaron en el camino,
ustedes siguieron adelante y alcanzaron sus metas.
Estamos muy orgullosos de todos ustedes y de sus familias. Suerte en el futuro.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it. After all of your hard work and perseverance, you are now officially graduates of White Plains High School.
As your administrative team, we've had the distinct honor of watching you mature, grow, and succeed for the last 4 years.
You've had accomplishments in the classroom, on the field, and out in the community.
And this year, you are the leaders of our building and a shining example for our underclassmen to follow.
The last few months have been challenging, but you've handled everything with your characteristic strength, resilience, and Dubstep spirit. And in these difficult times, we couldn't be any prouder of who you are, what you've become, and all that you've achieved.
And although we're going to miss seeing each and every one of you in the hallways, we know that you're ready for the next step.
And whatever path you choose to pursue, know that your White Plains High School family will be here to cheer for you, to support you, and to celebrate you.
Class of 2020, on behalf of White Plains High School administration, congratulations and good luck.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when the face is won? Turn other faces into the sun. Raising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's playing by the madman. Forever
up to Coachella. And boots with the ghost feathers. I brought the squad with me. Black on black bandanas. You say it's champagne. I did the damn thing. Dirty Diana. Singing and dancing all in the rain. Ooh, I just wanna have a good time. Turn around, kick them slide. And twirl yourself to the right now. Ooh, funny hop, drop, pop. Cross your legs, turn around and clap. Shuffle to the left, let's glide now. Ooh, drop it down low, 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 low to the floor. Bring it up, tap then roll. Step on them, step on them, step on them, step on them, kick on them, something you step. Swag the right, serve the left, work the middle till it hurt a little.
My dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes